Привет всем JinJoeToe здесь, and welcome back to the JinJoeToe channel. And today guys, we're playing JinJoeToe here, and today guys, I'll be going over the top tips that have helped me achieve great success and victories in all of my Free Fire matches, accompanied with 20 plus, okay, here it is, 20 plus kills every single game. 20 plus kills every single game, guys, okay? So let's get into it. Disclaimer. So before we get into it here, I know I just said let's get into it, but just don't worry about it, okay? So before we start, I played and recorded 2 matches with both equaling up to 40 kills that were for some reason without audio, and I put a lot of effort into this. I was talking all the time, but without audio. So I kind of got pissed, and I thought since I didn't want to delete these videos, I would share some tips and tricks that I learned for these 2 games that I've played and over the years of playing Free Fire, which has been like 2 months, but still I've got so many skills and tips and tricks that you guys will be amazed the amount of knowledge in Free Fire I have. First tip, move when you're shooting. This is also known as strafing in CSGO if you've ever played that game, and all this means is that while you're shooting at your opponent, you should be constantly moving right and left and or jumping, you know? So go right to left or left to right on the joystick, or A and D, or press, you know, A and D repeatedly while holding your aim on opponent on a keyboard. So A and D, left and right, you're gonna be strafing, okay? Crouching and jumping also works too if you wanna strafe and crouch and jump, so go A, D, crouch, jump, do whatever, okay? But you need to keep in mind while doing this, while strafing, you need to keep your aim on your opponent so you can hit him, alright? So do left to right and keep your aim on the opponent, keep hitting him. There's no way he's gonna kill you. I've seen, I know this, I've done it, and it just works perfectly. Tip 2, it means to adjust your sensitivity accordingly. You know, I was stupid not to do it in this gameplay that I'm showing, so it's very difficult for me to move around and aim. So I want you guys adjust accordingly your sensitivity so you can comfortably aim left and right, and while strafing you can comfortably aim and move around the map and, you know, see, and not just have to swipe your finger 1,000 times to move left like 20 meters, alright? So adjust your sensitivity. Tip 3 means free. Use grenades and mines. This is one of those underrated weapons, guys. I mean, landmines are like one of the funniest weapons in Free Fire. You know, we can play hide and seek connect as a noob and place landmines around the wall, and if you do it right, the players will surely get trapped, and you know they will turn around the wall and get killed somehow. Also, guys, you can place these landmines while the enemy is chasing you. And you want to learn to use grenades, as it will help you to take out enemies that are camping somewhere, right? So whenever you're going to upstairs or in a house or whatever, throw a grenade, man. Just make sure, you never know. Tip 4 means 4. Don't go in a cluster. If you're in a team with many players, usually when these players like in a team, they try to be like near each other and they run near each other. And this is one thing that you should absolutely need to stop, because being in a cluster can increase the chances of getting knocked out. Because what can happen is one car can literally run over 3 players, you know. And it is super easy to take out an entire squad in a cluster with a single bullet with a gun like M79. So just get out of a cluster, man, with your team. You don't want to be like all running together. Somebody can just shoot you down with an M4 or whatever, and you're dead. Tip 5 means 5, okay? You want to pick an appropriate looting place. Now this is depending on your skill level, pretty much. I mean, if you're a noob, go to like, you know, this one is pretty self-explanatory. You know your skill level, you know your looting place, okay? Tip 6 means 6. You want to pick appropriate weapons for appropriate situations. So, you know, shotguns for short range, automatic weapons like M4, AKs, whatever, SCARs for medium range, and rifles with scopes for long length. Tip 7, always use headphones. I mean, even if you don't have headphones, play with audio on, because what can happen is if you play with your audio turned down, you won't be able to hear enemies. And if eventually, like, if you have headphones that are actually good headphones that you can actually hear if people are coming from your right or left side, those are even better, because you can hear where the enemy is coming from. And if you play with no headphones, I mean, you're just at a big disadvantage right there. Somebody can sneak up on you, somebody can get in your house, you won't hear them, okay? So always play with headphones and be able to like hear those kind of things, or just turn your audio on if you don't have headphones. Tip number 8 would be, when you're entering a house, press the healing button, okay? If you press the healing button and start running while you're entering a house, your steps will not be heard. This is a very rare one, not a lot of people know of this. Press the healing button and run in a house, and nobody will hear you going in the house. It's a pretty good tip, I use it often, okay? And tip 9 and our final tip would be, if you want to improve your skills, guys, and you want to be a pro, there's only one way you can improve all the way from noob to pro, okay? That is by playing more and exposing yourself to fights against players, and also watching YouTube videos. Like I'm probably gonna do some Free Fire videos, and I mean, you can watch these skills and tricks that I do, like all the tips, and just apply these tips that I've told you, because this is what I'm gonna tell you guys. Knowing is simply not enough. We must apply. That is a quote, okay? So if you guys enjoyed this video and want me to play Free Fire, comment, like, and subscribe or whatever, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.